Shell SIGKILL Keybinding. How can I set up a keybinding to send a SIGKILL to the current foreground job? I already know that Ctrl+C is SIGINT and Ctrl+/ is SIGQuit. I would like a more severe option. Is there anything seriously unadvisable about this?
Unadvisable or not, it is actually impossible. The Ctrl+? Keybindings are actually handled by the T driver and not by the shell, because as long as there is a process running in the foreground, input and output of your terminal will be forwarded directly to the process. The shell would never be able to act upon, or even see, your key presses. You can get a list of the currently assigned Ctrl+ key combinations from STA, however, only enter, SIGINT, usually bound to Ctrl+C, quit, SIGKILL, usually bound to Ctrl+/, and SIGSYS, usually bound to Ctrl+Z, correspond to actual Unix signals. Kill, for example, doesn't send SIGKILL, but deletes the current input. Unfortunately, there is no way to send one of the two signals that can't be disabled by a process, SIGKILL and SIGSTOP, so if all of the three mentioned signals have no effect, you'll have to use some other way, for example another shell, to kill the foreground process. Actually, in addition to catching all of the three signals, the foreground process can even disable the special key combinations in the first place by setting the T to raw mode. SSH does this. For example, this is how it can relay a locally pressed Ctrl+C to the remote host.
Yes, there's something inadvisable. You're leaping directly from the SIGINT to the SIGKILL signal. I suggest, as other people do, looking at sending the SIOP or SIGTERM signals before employing the nuclear option. Then there's the inadvisability of having this as a key binding, which of course means that it will only work when ZIL is active and the shell is interactively prompting you for input, not when commands are running. For that, you would need to configure the terminal, not the shell, and need to have a terminal line discipline that implements sending SIGTERM as an extension that POSIX specified behavior. On that note, no one else seems to have yet noticed that you are asking about shell line editor key bindings, not the terminal. To answer the first part of your question, then, you set up a shell function to send the signal to the current job. Then you construct a ZIL user-defined widget that invokes this shell function. Then, finally, you bind that widget to a key of your choice.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.